Ryan says Elliott is a bigger name than Gravenberch. I almost feel like, with Elliott, you have like as a guy who's, you played like FIFA and like, Football Manager and stuff. Elliott looks like the guy with the green arrow up. So he's playing a lot better than his rating show. Whereas you have Gravenberch and Elliott, like Soboslai and stuff, playing with the red arrow down. So it's playing a lot below their potential. I think with all things being equal, same thing with Quansah. I think if I see a starting 11, I want Quansah to be the squad. I want to be able to say, here's the starting 11. And then you have people like, I don't know if Konate will be considered a starter, but, Quansah for depth, how you refer to Matip as that. That would make me feel good if he is coming at that. If, Quansah is the starting center back next year, I don't know how comfortable I feel with that. I think it's the same thing with like Elliott. Same thing with like Gomez. I think I do want them as part of the squad, probably taking more parts, getting more chances and stuff like that, and be, I guess, closer to the starting 11. But I just feel like if that's your starting 11, there is not a lot of improvement that's going to be made. Or do you think the improvement is going to be mainly tactical with the same people? And this is going to kind of bring us to the conversation of Ward and Edwards and Hughes and all those people.
I think it's going to be sort of a weird combination of the two, right? I think we're probably not going to see as much change as maybe I thought or think, which I think this side could afford to be pretty aggressive with some of these changes. I think we'll see maybe like two big departures that maybe we didn't see coming. But I think
names. Because you have somebody in mind when you say
I'm not convinced Mo will be here next year.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if somebody comes in with an offer for Jota or Diaz that we can't turn down. I think I could see either one of those taking a big money move somewhere. I think those are probably the players that I look at the most. So I'm looking at like a frontline situation, right? I really don't think Darwin goes anywhere. I would be interested to see what happens if we got a big money like offer for somebody like Soboslai. I think it's not like Edwards to turn around and sell someone that we've recently acquired, right? Typically, he just doesn't do that. He treats it like a long-term hold on a stock. Like you're either going to burn it till it's nothing, or you're going to wait for it to double and then
sell it. Do you think it makes a difference who brought him in? Like for Ward and Edwards, because that's one thing I wanted to ask you, because we were talking about in the morning show as well. Do you think, because I think, Nunez came in that era, right? Wasn't like Ward one of the guys? Like, does Ward say, no, I brought him because of this, as opposed to like Endo or Soboslai? They might say, who brought these guys? I would have never done that or something like that, and be more likely to sell.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because I think we've got that quote from Edwards where it basically alludes to the fact that he hasn't been super happy with the last couple windows, right? Which, shocker, either were we when Schmatke took over. But I think it's tough to know whether he's talking Darwin. What is he talking Carvalho, who thrives in a 10, which we don't play. I think maybe he just looked at some of these and was like, what was the plan here besides getting just a young talent, right? So I don't think, that being said, I don't think it's going to matter, because I still think that he still treats it like the stock market. Like he's either going to say it's not a loss until it hits zero and you burn it, or you loan it out until it doubles and then you sell it. Like, I still think, you got to remember, like, this is the same guy that made a fortune off 4 players going to Bournemouth in like a 2.5-year span, right? Like, I mean, I think we got like 30 million for Brad Smith or something insane like that. Like just wild. So I think that there's going to be more of that coming back. So I don't think it's going to matter who brought him in. But I am genuinely excited to have him back, because we've talked about it on the pod for the last couple of years. There does seem to be a disconnect with some of these players. Like, how long have we predicted that we were moving to a 4-2-3-1 based on the players we were accumulating? Yeah. And then it never happened, and we were like, well, why did we get a dude who almost exclusively plays in a 10? And then we started him at left wing when we already have 7 left wingers. I just think we'll see less of that, thank God. And hopefully, I think it's going to get sorted, and I'm excited to see what kind of business happens with a new manager and sort of the old regime back.